Excuse me,
We're not
at the end
welcome
of
at
the
all.
day, it's not a big deal. It's just where he finds peace and solace, the place that he loves, where he has the most important people in his life. None of you are welcome. That's not a big deal.
That's what we saying. No, that's it.
He just don't fuck with none of you.
That's what we've been saying. Danny.
Learn to separate work and play.
Friends.
Work
balance.
Everything said just now has a tinge of truth to it. Mortal wasn't just clowning. This is real talk about how I feel about you. And I can't even say y'all, I can only say you, because Ice made that clear. I've been to his house. He sees me as a real friend because I'm stand-up. But Joe, I had to sit back and think. I was like, man, this is wild. I need to speak on this. I've already touched on why y'all stopped talking, why there was a break, and why there's still tension between the two of you, but I never really got into why you feel the way you do. It's one thing for Ish to not want you in his life. I get that. I understand. I've had one of my closest friends, the girl I used to be with, and then I looked at him a certain way, like why would you do that to me? It's impossible to see him in the same light again. I'm here now because you're handing me a bag and saying all I have to do is talk. But the more I thought about it, the deeper I went, and honestly, Ice helped me reach this conclusion. Joe is trying to wake something up with Ice, and I wasn't paying attention before, but now I get it. Joe is testing Ice, talking about what he does with Miss Peace while limiting her involvement, so he can slowly dig into Ice's personal life, because right now, Ish's life is the main topic on the pod. Joe's watching how Shade handles the smoke. So Joe doesn't really talk about himself, he steps back completely. But because he doesn't push back, Ice ends up as the target for all the jokes, and whenever there's dead air, which happens a lot whenever the topics don't connect, he just falls back on himself. If you peeped today's Patreon, the first 30 to 45 minutes were almost entirely about Ish, and he lets the jokes fly. But here's the sad part. Ish lets all of this happen because nobody really knows who he is outside the pod. He could always claim they don't know what they're talking about. But the reality? He's hurt that Joe hasn't introduced him to the family. And Joe, let me tell you why he's holding back. You don't seem to get it. Ish doesn't want you judging him the way you judge the people coming up. He does it because you're up now. There's a reason he constantly reminds you, you up, you passed me, nigga. He doesn't want you seeing his house or having real insight because then the leverage is gone. And let me remind you, he remembers when you were clowning Gilly's window at his house. That was right after he signed that huge contract. He remembers every bit of that. He doesn't want to be the butt of the real jokes. It's easy to clown on Imani because he falls for it, and y'all have seen Imani, so y'all automatically feel higher than him. But your ego, and I'm speaking for real, can't handle being told he's more up than you. And truthfully, he is. That's why he's never going to introduce you to the family. He doesn't want you seeing his girl because there's another layer of insecurity. And I'm not even speculating. Let's be clear. This is exactly what's happening. He doesn't want you judging his lady either. I've seen pics. I'll leave it at that. I've seen pics. He doesn't want that judgment from you. And he can't fire back because look who's on your arm. Shade. Ain't nobody on earth calling her ugly. Not objectively, not subjectively. It's a different energy. And it's one thing to already be the butt of jokes because you're jealous of me. I'm handsome. I got charisma. Look at my light skin, my eyes. So much so that y'all coined the term light skin or light-eyed hate. But when it comes to things I'm insecure about, things that are actually real, I don't want you commenting. And the reason I say Ice brought this up is because Joe was trying to wake it up with Miss P, saying Ice got her lock and key. You're not going anywhere without me, which is true. But Ice, he doesn't talk about my family. You see him get incredulous, pissed off, stop talking, to the point it still affects the vibe in ways they say he's matured from, which he hasn't. Joe is testing Ice, realizing he can't yet, so he's going to push that line in 2026. He's trying to wake it up. He's trying to open it with Flip's relationship too. But those topics get too sensitive, then they'll backdoor and try to do the same to Joe. It's easy to do it to Ish because nobody can verify it. It's just a joke. It's a big cycle. Everything happens for one reason after the other, and no one's digging to the bottom because they won't expose their hand. Ish forgave Joe a long time ago, which is why he keeps saying, I'm not thinking about that shit. That's why we're here now. Ish is the type that if he doesn't deal with you, you never see him again. So it's clear he already forgave Joe. But because he hasn't invited Joe, Joe reads it like he hasn't. It's a love triangle, dog. I keep telling y'all, they got sexual tension. And every time I say that, y'all like, they're not gay, duh. But since men can't express genuine feelings for each other without it looking gay, they suppress it. They could have resolved this a long time ago, but neither one is going to be fully real with the other. And yes, everything I'm saying here is speculation. It's straight conjecture. I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about, but every single time I've touched this topic, the room gets quiet because some of it is hitting too close to home. So y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Am I wildin'? Do y'all feel the same way? Is this just content, or is there something real bubbling behind the scenes that nobody wants to fully address? Either way, like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the page if you haven't already, and if you have, you know how we rock. You already know what type of time we're on over here. It's 2026. I already feel the 2026 energy. It feels completely different from any other year, and we're moving accordingly. We're going to be dropping these freely. We're dropping them like Lucy's. That's just what it is. Now listen, head over to the Patreon. If you missed today's Patreon, Mona and Flip were on the same episode, and quiet as it's kept, I saw a lot going on between them. A whole lot is going on between them. So go tap into the Patreon. I'll catch y'all over there. And if not, I'll see y'all right back here tomorrow. Peace.